Say whatever I tell you to say, whatever I command you. You guys ever hold back? Man, isn't it so hard sometimes? You know what the Bible says. I mean, because sometimes it's just crazy. Sometimes we don't even know where to start. Because let's be honest. Sometimes when you read this book, and then you look at your church, don't you think to yourself, where do I even begin? And you pretend you have peace about things, but you're just pretending. Because you know the commitment God's called us to. And it's like, I don't even know where to start. And the Bible says, you just say whatever I command. See, a year ago, I started this church 13 and a half years ago. And last summer, I left. I left and I said, I don't know if I'm going to come back. I don't know. And the reason was not because the church wasn't going well. It wasn't because I was mad at people. I was actually getting along with everyone. The church was going great. But it was something inside of me where I'm going, man, I don't even know if I'm for real anymore. I feel like I'm playing the pastor thing. And I'm not sure that I, as a human being, this isn't Francis as a pastor, this is Francis as a Christian, as a follower of Jesus. I'm not sure I would really go and do anything he's called me to do. I'm not sure of that. I'm not sure I even really want to know his will. And so I go, I got to get away from here because if I'm your pastor, I'm not even sure I want to know the will of God. How in the world am I going to lead you? And what really killed me was when I was thinking, man, am I saying everything God would want me to say? And it all, the thing that just kind of took it over the edge was laying in bed one night with my wife, and I just looked at her, I go, you know what? If Jesus had a church in Simi Valley, I bet you mine would be bigger. I bet you if the Apostle Paul had a church in Simi Valley, that mine would be bigger. In fact, I bet you people would be leaving their churches to come to mine. Because I don't call them to the same commitment that Jesus called them to. Jesus would have a crowd of thousands of people. And by the time he was done preaching, there's a few left. And he goes, you guys want to leave also? He goes, because I'm going to walk out here and you've got to hate your father, your mother, your wife, your kids. And there might be a bunch of crosses out there and we're just going to all get crucified together. You want to come with me? I wasn't real popular. And I thought, man, I'm more popular than Jesus. I can keep a crowd. I can keep them interested. I can say some interesting things. I can make them laugh. I can keep them coming. And it just bugged me because I'm thinking, wait a second, that's not right. Am I really willing to say whatever Jesus called me to say? I did come back. After probably about 3 months away, I just thought, you know what, I got to get back. I love these people, and I've got to say these things to them. And we're coming back, and people were asking other guys on the staff, what happened to him? He just says, whatever. Because I was concerned. I go, man, when I read, about the lukewarm church, I'm going, man, a lot of you, I'm not even judging you. You would say about yourself, you're lukewarm, and that scares me to death. Because he says he's going to spit you out of his mouth. That's crazy. He refers to them as naked, poor, blind, wretched, pitiful, naked. That's what he says about that church in Laodicea. Those aren't terms for believers. I once was blind, I'm still blind. No, man, he's talking about these unbelievers who aren't. There wasn't like this treasure that they found in the field. Like, I'll just sell everything. I want this because I'm so in love with this being. I want this God so bad that I'll give everything. It wasn't the treasure in the field experience. It's this, can I have God and all this other stuff? And I said this because I love them. And I was concerned for them. I was concerned that we say a bunch of stuff and don't really do it. I go, man, if we love our neighbor as ourselves, as much as we love ourselves, and we're sitting in front of the elders and go, man, if we love the world, if we love these people who are suffering, as much as we love ourselves, wouldn't it make sense that we would spend on them what we spend on ourselves? I go, what if we change the budget and from now on 50% of everything comes in goes out? And all the elders go, all right, let's do it. To have an elder board say, that's right. That's right. Let's love them. Let's love them practically. We're going to build this $60 million, Chanville church, And I just said, you know what? I can't do it. I can't do it. Because I think, wait, no, if Jesus were, he would just go to the park and go, just meet me at the park. I go, why don't we, rather than build a sanctuary, why don't we just plant a bunch of grass and just have thousands of people show up to a lawn, and they sit there in the rain, they sit there in the heat. Why? Because they're laying their lives down, their luxury, so that others, our brothers and sisters who are starving to death, who are freezing to death, can actually eat and have somewhere to live. Isn't that a better picture of Jesus?